CYDNEY Poitier is an international hip-hop recording artist, independent label owner, and CEO of Poitier Music Group. He's currently preparing to headline the hip-hop festival in Pueblo, Colorado, alongside Poitier Music Group artists J Vengeance, BLICX, and more. The performance follows the release of his new album, Motion Sickness. This is CYDNEY Poitier's sixth studio album, and it blends gritty boom-bap hip-hop with cinematic production, highlighting CYDNEY Poitier's lyricism, distinctive voice, and artistic range. The new album, Motion Sickness, features hip-hop legends K Solo and Thurston Howard III, with production from DJ Heron and more, alongside a strong lineup of established and emerging MCs. In this exclusive interview, we dive deep into the new album, CYDNEY Poitier's upcoming headlining performance at the Pueblo Hip Hop Music Festival, and his continued growth. Tune in to learn about what CYDNEY Poitier has coming next on the Cristopolis Show number 285. From Orlando, Florida, comes international hip-hop recording artist CYDNEY Poitier. He just released a new album entitled Motion Sickness, and he's headlining the Pueblo, Colorado Music Festival. We're going to bring him in and talk to him about his new album, him headlining the music festival, Poitier Music Group, and what he's got coming next. Let's bring him in. Boom. Peace, my brother.
Peace, my brother.
All right.
I see you, but I still don't see me.
All right. We're gonna roll with it. If the image doesn't show up, then we'll do like a short joint. You know what I'm saying?
Well, or am I supposed to? Do I supposed to hit the camera or no?
Yeah. Is there a camera button?
There's like 3 buttons I see.
Normally, you just show up, just like when I was video calling you.
Mm-hmm.
You just show up. So, but people here saying we don't see him, and
yeah, they're saying they don't see me.
Yeah. So put up a photo. Put up the album cover. Put up the album cover.
That's
you know
crazy.
what, my brother? We gonna roll with it. Hype Key says IGB may be tripping. They always
My
tripping.
God, so you know what? It's crazy because there's a super delay.
Got it. So do you hear me?
I hear you perfectly.
All right. So, we're just gonna go ahead and jump into it. If the image appears, that's awesome. And if not,
right.
we'll run it back. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure that people know there's a couple of things. You got a lot going on, right? But the thing you got going on that is like a lot of people drop albums, that's what artists do. But not everybody's headlining at the festival, right? Talk to us about your upcoming headlining performance at the Pueblo Music Festival in Colorado.
Yeah, well, the people. Shout out to the people, Mad Fresh and those guys, the people at the at the hip hop festival. They've been talking with IVM for months and really trying to get me to headline this festival. My music, I got some different music, man. Some songs I got different people tap into different things. You know what I'm saying? I actually found out about. I think we've known it now secretly for about 5 months. We've known we're gonna do it. We've known I was gonna do it. They picked me to do it. I'm gonna do it. So that's how that happened. I'm not sure if Al reached out to them or it was a mutual reach out.
Yeah.
But somebody made the call and it was a good one because they got me there. So I'm going. So that's how it happened.
Now, Poitier Music Group, right, which is your record label, has a bunch of dope artists. I've had the good fortune of interviewing several of them. You're rolling up deep. Talk to us about who else is going with you.
Oh, so we got J Vengeance. J Vengeance. He's from San Diego. He moved to Arizona. Super dope hip hop artist, lyricist. He's going. BLICX out of San Francisco. Both of these guys are on the label, on the team. He's going. Both of their albums, BLICX album, Miss Jeffrey's Son, dropped almost around the time mine did. And of course, J Vengeance, when he dropped this single, Old School Excellence, and it went crazy,
Yeah.
And then, of course, and then his album, which is just, his album is nuts. Actually, Jay's album, I kind of crafted that and kind of curated that thing. Yeah, man, we taking the squad, man, and Poitier Music Group, man. We don't I'm not gonna blow up and come back with you and come back and get you. Nah, Poitier Music Group, you coming with me. That's how we do it. The whole team goes. So we going, man. You know, that's it.
Dope. That's dope. Yeah, J Vengeance just had that visual where he had to do breakdance and he had the homie doing the push-ups
Yeah, it
and
went
they were
viral.
rapping out in front of the lowrider. I was like,
Yeah,
yo.
it was crazy. Yeah, man.
Yeah. And what's interesting is, and I don't know if this is by design because out in Florida and out in Orlando, there's
Mm,
such a connection to New York and to
yeah,
the East Coast. But
yeah.
Poitier Music Group has got a bunch of West Coast artists on there.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah, well, yeah, which is crazy because well, you know Jay has his West Coast moments, but BLICX doesn't sound like a West Coast artist at all.
That's true.
He does,
Yeah.
and we met BLICX through somebody else, and me and BLICX became friends. You know, he came out here. BLICX actually traveled, and he wanted to let us know he was the real deal. So he came to see me, man, and we locked in. Then he came again, and we locked in even more. And yeah,
Wow.
man, they just, it's weird that people look at J Vengeance. You know, J Vengeance was working with. He was working with like, look who he was working with. Look at his bio. Like he was working with Derringer. He was working with
Yeah.
like they was already messing with Flea Lord. They was already, he was already him and Cash God. They was
Yeah.
already in the mix early. And BLICX, who's got the project with Stars Coleman coming. And these dudes, it just happened. They just happened to be on the West Coast. But those dudes are straight shooters, man. They hard workers,
Yeah.
and they coming with it, bro. They keep me on my toes. You
Now
know.
I saw something where like the actual festival, like you're there like a little bit early. Like you got some other events. Can you
Yeah,
like tell
yeah,
us everything you want us to know about that whole trip?
yeah. So, well, it's a full itinerary. So like so Thursday when we get there, it's Beats of Bodega. Um, Big shout to Face Their Feet who runs that. Beats and Bodega's big out there. You know what I'm saying? We're doing this in an art gallery, bro. It's gonna be crazy.
That's
So it's
dope. That's like
basically
some
just
Jay
ciphers,
Z
ciphers
up in the Smithsonian
up
art
in the
gallery. You know what I'm
Smithsonian. You
saying?
heard?
That's
Yeah,
dope. You
yeah.
you gotta you gotta get the visuals.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's up in the gallery. It's gonna be crazy. And then after that, that Friday is the hip hop ice cream shop. The hip hop ice cream shop is crazy, bro, because people love ice cream
For
and
sure.
people love hip hop. We this is gonna be a pop up, man. This is gonna be a meet and greet. We did a merch drop, man. We done shipped merch. We ready. Everything's out there already. So that Friday, that event, the hip hop ice cream shop is gonna be pretty dope because it's a meet and greet. We're gonna sell some merch. We're gonna play some vinyl, and then of course Saturday is game time. So we have a full itinerary. I'm sure when we fly home on Sunday, we're gonna be tired. I'm
Yeah.
sure Saturday's gonna be a long day
Yeah.
with sound checks and everything, but we have a full itinerary, man. And I know Joshua, from what I understand, as soon as I land, they're taking me to Bar Red, which is where Thurston Howe performed out there.
Wow.
So I guess the owner wants to meet me. We're going out there. Joshua's going to bring me out there from the Rap Mart, his podcast. He's coming to give. They want to bring me over there to the venue. So man, I'm gonna be busy, man. I'm just grateful, man. It's crazy because I never thought no one will ever make me believe, Chris, a self-investment
Yeah.
can change the game. I
Yeah.
I did Paris Blues with Thurston Howe the third,
Yeah.
and that record changed the game for me.
Wow.
It changed the game for me, and it's a proven fact that, and it not only changed the game for me, but bro, these dudes are, a lot of dudes out here are, they're getting features.
Yeah.
But they're not even putting it on their page.
Yeah.
Thurston went
That's the
crazy.
business aspect, right? Because part of it's the music. You want to make a dope track. You want to work
Yeah,
with a legend,
man.
right? But then there's a
Yeah.
business aspect to it, which is you got to let the people know.
You gotta let the people
They're
listen,
just
bro.
not gonna find out, right?
Yo,
And
yo,
that you're really good at the business part.
yeah, Chris, I'll tell you, Chris, let me tell you something. It's always a conversation, Chris. When you do features, people just jump into the feature. But
Yeah.
the thing is, Chris, is that Thurston did his part. And he went above and beyond with his part. He went
Yeah.
above and beyond, bro. I made an investment and he made right on that investment. He
Wow.
made right on it, bro. And it changed the game for me. And a lot of people started paying attention to me because of that record. And that's why I had to jump on the K Solo joint, with him.
Yeah, right. Because now you're jumping into the new album,
Yeah,
right? Because
bro,
yeah, and I want to make sure. Well, a couple of things before we jump into the album. I want to make sure
Oh yeah,
we give Joshua his props, right? Shout out to Joshua
for sure.
out there making things happen in
Making things
Colorado.
happen.
And before we jump off of the show you got coming up, I want to make sure
Um,
people know the dates. So you mentioned Friday, Saturday, but give
yeah.
them the actual dates so that they know that's coming next
Okay.
week.
So Beats and Bodega is gonna be Beats and Bodega is on a Thursday the 16th. That starts at 7 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Then on the Friday, the 17th, is the Hip Hop Ice Cream Shop, which is in Denver. You know what I'm saying? That starts around 2 p.m. And then it's the festival. And the festival, I believe, the festival's in Pueblo. It runs, I believe, well, I got to be there early, of course, but I think it starts like 11, maybe noon or something, or
Yeah.
maybe even earlier than that. But so those are the dates. Like I said, the 15th is the Beats and Bodegas. The 16th, the Beats and Bodegas. 17th is the Hip Hop Ice Cream Shop, and the 18th is the 4th annual Hip Hop Festival. You know what I'm saying? In Pueblo, Colorado, it's going down, baby. So
So
here we are. We ready, man.
yeah,
Excited.
shout out to everybody making that happen. It's a
Shout out
beautiful
to
thing.
everybody. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Now you got a new album, right? The Motion Sickness, and that's what you started talking about. Because as soon
Yeah.
as you mentioned K Solo, I was
Oh
like, I
yeah.
know where this is going. How do you connect with the legend, bro? Right?
Yeah, bro. Yo,
ISPELL, very WELL. Come on, how
yeah.
that
Look,
happen?
my brother. That's my brother, man. That's my brother, man. And I tell you what, Thurston is my brother.
Yeah.
And K Solo was not gonna do this record without Thurston Howard III. For Thurston Howard III, this is a bucket list thing for him. He always wanted to
Right.
do something with K Solo and K Solo alike. K Solo is a fan of Thurston Howard III. And I tell you this, I sleep well every night knowing that I made that happen, Chris. I
Wow.
made that happen, bro. Everybody ain't capable of that, bro. I
Nah.
got two big dogs in the room. I got them in the room, dog, and we made a banger. And shout out to
Yeah.
Dirty Bacon. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Al. Gave us a banger, dog. And it was a moment for me, dog. It was a moment for me. You know,
Yeah.
big, super big. That's Big Low and Big Glow. You heard?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's
That's it,
dope.
man. You know what I
That's
mean?
dope. And the thing is that you're super active, and Thurston Howell the Third is super active, but we
Yeah.
haven't heard a lot of new music from
Uh-huh.
K Solo in a minute. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know
And
what?
he's
It's
such a
funny you said
legend,
that.
bro. He had
Bro,
such an impact on hip hop.
woo, yo, bro. It's funny. It's funny you said that, Chris, because K Solo is in the studio now.
Wow.
Oh, he's in the studio now, bro. And when I tell you, bro, man, listen, bro. Shit's
That's
about to hit the fan,
dope.
bro. Yo, no,
See, you got the
I can't
inside
hold you,
scoop.
bro.
You got
Listen,
the
I'm not
inside
gonna hold
scoop.
you. I'm not gonna hold you. Kevin Madison is in track set going stupid, bro.
That's dope.
I'm telling you, bro. Word up. Kevin
Man,
Madison is back up. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro.
that's
If you
dope.
know the ones who are in there, we know.
Yeah.
We be in there like this, Chris.
I can't see you.
Yo, I
You gotta
know.
tell me.
Yo, we be in there with the mouth open, bro. Like, yo, this guy is crazy.
That's dope. That's everything. Yeah, when I saw that, I was, you know, impressed by your grind, right? Impressed by
Uh-huh.
you headlining, the festival,
Yeah,
Poitier Music Group, the caliber of artists that are on your record label. That
mhm,
you've steadily just been dropping heat.
yeah,
New album, basically every year. You know what I'm saying? Just
yeah, man. I
steady,
try to keep it
steady.
different. You know
Yeah,
what? Yo, I tell you what, Chris. You got to be doing something, Chris, when
yeah,
people start talking about your catalog. When people start saying,
yeah,
hey, yo, you got kind of, but your catalog is kind of crazy, bro.
yeah,
You're doing some stuff. When people start having conversations with you about your catalog,
yeah,
Sydney, you got some shit, bro.
yeah,
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 you can get with this catalog you got here, and it's
yeah.
always something to think about, But I tell you, man, motion sickness, bro. We worked hard on the project. We wanted to express ourselves in an adult manner. The
Yeah,
things that matter in this world.
yeah,
Shout out to Polo Baby Flacco,
yeah. You
the
got you
record
got
that
the
we
young
have called
legend on
Ping
there.
Pong. Ping Pong, which is crazy. Shout out to Larry Bird for the record we have. Let's talk about it. Which we getting ready to shoot a video for that when I get back from Colorado. So I just got the call from Larry. Yes, just matter of fact, just about an hour ago. And so
Wow.
we excited. We putting in work. And you know what, man? We go to every city, and we go to every city with respect.
Yeah,
And we sort of it's almost, Chris, sort of ask permission to be here. This is you guys' city.
yeah,
Respectfully, we
yeah,
want to be a collective and collaborate in your city.
yeah,
Respectfully. We don't come to people's city. That's how I knew the names. If you notice, when Joshua is
yeah,
is, is asking me, when I say Colorado's got some rappers, I
yeah,
said a couple of rappers' names because I've done my homework. Because
yeah,
respectfully, we're going to their city. And they
yeah,
deserve for the names to be said, bro.
yeah.
And we're gonna get with them, and we're gonna have a blast. And if you come to my city, ask for Sidney Poitier. I'll
There
do
you
you right.
go.
I'll show you around. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So basically, man, Poitier Music Group is. You know what? I tell you what. Chris, we ain't, we don't sit here and try to have the best hip hop music. We don't sit here and try to have the best lyrics. But I promise you, at IVM and Poitier Music Group, we will outwork everybody in the room. I promise you.
so
We will outwork everybody in the room, and we're not scared to spend the dollar on us. We're all
yeah,
about betting on us, bro.
yeah.
So that's
That's
where we are.
dope.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be a
bro. And
lot
that
more.
investment, that's everything. That's right.
That's everything, bro. And we're not afraid to invest in ourselves. And
Yeah.
really, we're finding ourselves leaning to festivals. You're gonna be seeing a lot of festivals from me.
Well,
It's
and the
gonna be
thing that you're
less.
doing with the Pueblo, Colorado, where you're going as a record label, right?
Yes.
And BLICX, BLICX has got a certain style and a certain vibe. J Vengeance, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Incredible performer, and visually, right? The way that he's, has the characters on stage, and then the way he incorporates the pop in and the
Hmm.
and the push ups, and you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
visually, he's such a dope performer, has a lot going on, and then you know what I'm saying? Like, so like that ability to show up as a record label
Right.
on at a festival is very powerful and entertaining for the public.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's dope. Now there's another I'm gonna say young gun, you know what I'm saying, that's on the new album, Motion Sickness,
Hmm.
available right now. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's available exclusively on your Bandcamp. Is that right?
And it's available exclusively on Fourth Wall as well.
Okay. Yeah, 4-4. That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Motion Sickness at the City Portier Bandcamp, if you want to check it out. Really dope album. But you got a
Hmm.
young gun named Iceberg Snub. Talk to us about him, bro. Because that
Hmm.
dude, he's dope.
Snub, yeah, Snub. So Snub is from Massachusetts. He's from Massachusetts. You know, Snub is you know, when I met Snub, I understood that some of these dudes are writing real songs. Like he's
Yeah.
a bit of a songwriter, and he says things that some dude, a street dude, might feel like he's too cool to say. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
yeah.
Snub can put Snub can basically, he can tell a story in 8 bars. A lot of people,
Wow.
you know, they do it in 16. He can do it in 8. He's I've seen him you know, when we talk about Snub, I've seen Snub in terrible circumstances and rise
That's dope.
to levels that it's unbelievable.
Wow.
It's unbelievable where he was to where he is.
Wow.
And you look at Snub and you look at his story, like you look at BLICX and you look at his story too.
Yeah.
These guys, if you know Snub and if you know BLICX and you know their stories,
Yeah.
you got to know it's a God. I mean, like I tell people all the time, bro. Look at Thurston Howe.
Yeah.
Thurston Howe, bro. Thurston Howe probably ain't even supposed to be here. You know,
Yeah.
the amount of madness that these people have overcome.
Yeah.
They have amazing stories. And Chris, that is what I'm inspired by.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why it wasn't about an East Coast or West Coast thing when it came to J Vengeance and BLICX.
Yeah.
And we were touched by their stories. And,
Yeah.
you know, J Vengeance, man, J Vengeance has 6 children. He's
Yeah.
got 6 children. And let me tell you something, bro. He is spot on all 6.
That's dope.
This guy loves his children.
That's everything, man.
Yo, let me tell you something. And BLICX the same way, has 4 children. Now, let me tell you this.
Wow.
When I saw the way they were and the way they are with their children, that's all I needed to know about them.
Wow.
That's all I needed to know, Chris. When I saw the way Jay is with his kids, when I saw the way BLICX is with his children, that's all. That's all. That people have incredible stories, dog. Let me tell you something, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, Big Earl is
Yeah. Yeah.
is
The head
our.
of the
That's
head
right.
of the low
That's
lifes out
Big
there in
Earl.
Orlando, right?
Let me tell you something. Big Earl, by all accounts, Big Earl's a street guy.
Yeah.
He's a street guy. This guy is a paralegal today, bro.
Right.
If
He's
that
on the other
doesn't
side of the law now.
bro, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, bro. There are people out here, Chris, there are people out here that look like they made it. They look like they made it. Let me tell you something, Chris. Chris, I don't ever want to look like I made it because you know what, Chris? Because Earl is what hope looks like. And Thurston is what hope looks like.
That's good.
I don't ever want to look like I made it, Chris. I want to look like what hope looks like.
That's
Because
powerful,
those
bro.
niggas give me hope. And if they gave me hope, I know they're giving a gang of people hope.
Yeah.
We talking about some street people. You probably could have never told Earl, hey, by the way, 20 years from now, you're going to be a paralegal. He probably would have been like, yeah, right. And you're going to be a judge. Yeah, right. But what I'm saying is their stories are incredible. Your circumstances doesn't detect your path.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, man. I'm inspired, bro. I wake up inspired by these gentlemen, bro.
Yeah.
Because what they have came from. And not only, it's not about what you go through. My father always said, Chris, it's not about what you go through. It's how you come out of it. It's how you come out of it. You know what I'm saying? And those dudes been through everything. And to see Thurston where he is, and to see Earl where he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's that is what is inspiring. It's the story. It's the transition to go from a street dude to now I got to be on my business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a fight. And it's a fight to do that. But I would love to think that my examples, money can't buy.
Powerful.
The things that I've learned from Earl and Thurston and Benny Serrano, the things that I've learned from them. This is Big Low. You know, we don't talk about Benny Serrano. But Benny
Yeah.
Serrano is a guy inside the low life. He does a lot for low life artists. If you don't believe me, you can ask anybody. Are you familiar with Benny Serrano?
Absolutely, you know, like
Yeah,
just because of the lane I'm in and the different artists that I interview, you know,
yeah,
there's so much talent out there in Orlando, right? You know,
yeah,
from you and obviously the legend Thurston Howell the third, but you know, we got Straight Paper, the Logo Lord,
yeah,
Block Forever. We talked about Polo Baby Flacco. I mean,
yeah,
there's a ton right there just in Orlando, and
yeah,
Benny Serrano is you know, out there making moves, connecting people. He's connected me with a lot of artists, made
yeah. He's
things
done a lot
happen,
for me.
brought
Yeah,
people on the platform,
yeah, for
you know,
sure.
connected, yeah, and beyond the connection, right?
Mhm.
Because it's one thing when you drop a new album and you want something, right?
Right,
You want to get the word out, you want content, right?
right.
It's another thing when somebody comes into your digital world and then
Uh-huh.
they are consistently supportive outside of the immediate need because I'm promoting something, right? They're
Right,
consistently showing up, liking, commenting, clapping, being there for me, for artists that he supports. He's
yeah,
solid stand-up dude for sure.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, the you know, we talked about the new album Motion Sickness, you
Yeah,
performing at the festival and
yeah.
Poitier Music Group. But now we're
Mhm.
talking a bit about, you know, uh the low life culture and low
Mhm.
lives in Orlando specifically, which is
Yeah,
super well organized and having such a tremendous impact on hip hop, which is
yeah.
really interesting because you know you think about like New York and Brooklyn, the Bronx, Harlem. You think
Mhm.
about L.A., downtown L.A., you know Long Beach and La Puente and Watts and
Mhm.
Compton, right? You think
Mhm.
about spots like Chi in Atlanta and Houston. But you don't think about Orlando that way, but Orlando's got crazy hip hop scene right now,
Orlando's
and in large part because of the low lives.
Orlando's crazy. Yo, let me tell you something. Orlando, when I tell people Orlando has a hip hop scene. Orlando's a hip hop town, bro. Like for real. Orlando has hip hop venues. Like this is not a hip hop club on Wednesday. No, 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 no. No, this is a hip hop venue. And there will be no
Period.
other music. There will be no other music played in here but hip
Right.
hop. That is the beer commission. That there
Yeah,
will
the
be
beer
no other.
commission, that's like a whole that's a unique thing in America. You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
shout out to Benny. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Benny, the owner. Bro, bro. And then you got little indies. You know, there's just hip hop played there. You got, you know, it's just you got, you know, Uncle Tony's Donut Shop. There's on Orange Avenue alone. There's like 6 record stores on the block, and Orlando's weird because you're liable to run into somebody from Brooklyn in
Oh yeah.
Orlando before you run into somebody from actually Orlando.
Right.
It's that crazy.
Yeah. Right. It's like that everybody and what's crazy also is that um the connection with Florida and New York City is crazy. But
It's
you would
crazy.
think Miami, because you know Miami is so big and
Right.
popping. But
Mm-hmm.
Orlando's got like I think more like you know just moving in hip hop. Like
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
not to say that Miami doesn't have hip hop. It has an
Right.
incredible music scene, really
Mm-hmm.
talented people like Shotty and Money Mowgli and
Well,
the
yo,
Bronx
check it out. Yo,
James,
you gotta understand,
obviously.
whatever. Yo, you
But
know what's crazy?
Orlando's got it concentrated.
Yo, you know what? Let me tell you something. When you talk about Miami hip hop, when you talk about Miami hip hop, yo, shout out to Shotty. Shotty, let me tell you something
Shotty's
about
so
Shotty.
dope, bro.
Let me tell you something about Shotty. With Shotty, um, um, uh, 305 beatbox. What's his name? The big guy. That raps.
LeBron
Um,
James?
who? No,
LeBron?
yeah, LeBron's too. But oh, what's his name? It's always Shotty and him. Um,
Oh,
it starts with
oh,
an
oh.
N.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Estee Knack.
No, not him.
Yeah, Money
Mobley,
Mowgli.
Mobley. So yeah, so yo, let me tell you something. Those boys had to fight for the Miami that they had, for the hip hop that they got. 305, Money Mowgli, Shotty. Them boys had to fight
Yeah.
to get that hip hop down there like that. Trust me, Shotty will tell you. Those boys represented a lot to have that hip hop there.
So.
And I think this, like I was showing somebody the other day, man, people don't realize how completely insane DJ Magic Mike is.
Yeah.
People just have no idea. And they don't know that his cousin is DJ Scratch.
Wow.
And people don't know that. And DJ Magic Mike, if you ever, Chris, go to a clip of him on the turntables, people don't even talk about this guy. This Orlando been on the hip hop, bro.
Yeah.
When I say that, bro, Magic Mike live in this place called Carver Shores, bro. What I seen him do with Technic turntables was crazy. It was crazy. He was DJing in this club, man. Yo, bro. Orlando has always been. Orlando had this club back in the day called Electric Avenue. Orlando was always had a vibe, a certain different vibe, bro. Like it's always had that. So it's different. But those boys, shout out to those boys in Miami because Shotty and those boys are the reason why that hip hop is popping down there. You know what I'm saying? They put in a lot of work. You know, so and me and Shotty talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
Shotty, you know, he knows, I know, like them boys put in some
the
work
history.
to happen like that. You know what I'm saying? Orlando, on the other hand, put it this way, man. I'm in Orlando, bro. You know who I ran into in Orlando?
Who?
I ran into Showbiz, bro.
Wow.
Bro, that's crazy. Bro, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like everybody comes to Orlando.
Son, these dudes is living out.
Especially East Coast New York cats, right?
Yo,
Like that connection with Orlando is amazing.
it's amazing, bro. It's amazing, bro. You know, they say they say Noid lives in Davenport.
Wow.
Which is right up the street. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild, bro. It's just bro.
So you got the Motion Sickness album available on your Bandcamp and on Fourth Wall. You got the festival next week in Pueblo, Colorado.
Yes,
Poitier
we do.
Music Group. We got J Vengeance album coming.
Yes.
BLICX just dropped his album.
Yes.
You know, what can you share with us that's coming, you know, that's new? I guess you're going to be doing some visuals for the new album, right?
I'm gonna be doing some visuals for the new album. I got a project. I'm working on a project right now in the studio with Bullet Brat. You know, so me and Bullet are cooking right now. You know Bullet?
Nah.
Bullet Brat. The last couple of years he's been on tour with Ari the Rugged Man.
Oh, dope. That
You know
says everything right there.
Bullet's nice. So me and Bullet, we in the studio right now. I'm gonna be Christian Warren is the female that sang on my song When You Know You're a Star. She's a jazz she's a beautiful jazz singer. She's well known out here. Me and her are gonna be doing something. We're gonna do a project called Something Black. So that's basically, so I'm doing that, and then I'm doing, like I said, I'm working with Bullet Brack. We're doing a project. Oh, the project that me and Bullet Brack is working on is called Cohesive Hi-Fi. And
that's dope. That's a dope name.
We're excited about that too. But
yeah, man. Shout out
BLICX.
I just saw BLICX jump in here.
Huh?
Shout out BLICX. I just saw BLICX jump in here.
Oh yeah. So we man, we excited, man. There's a lot going on. We putting in work, staying consistent. You know, Motion Sickness, the 6th studio album. The reviews are crazy. It's making money, so it can't be too bad.
Yes, that
you know,
6th studio album,
and bro,
bro,
and all the hottest DJs are playing it right now. So I'm talking about big shout out to Lazy K. DJ Premier called and asked for the record.
Wow.
Lord Jazz, you know he running the record. DJ Sin overseas running the record. Bro, between my record and that Fuego bass record with that guy Ike, we killing it. You can it's hard to not see us, Chris. You can scroll down in your gram. It's hard to not see us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we putting in some work, man. It's hard to not see us, man. We're gonna see everybody in Denver, and then later on during the week, we're gonna see everybody down in Pueblo. That's what it is, man.
That's dope. That's dope, my brother. Making big moves, the Poitier Music Group. You know, we opened up talking about the festival that you're going to be headlining and that you're
Yeah,
going there with J Vengeance and BLICX
yeah,
next week. We also talked about Motion Sickness, the new album available on your Bandcamp and our Fourth
yeah,
Wall.
yes.
I wanted to ask you, you know, this is, you know, as a record label owner and as a person that not only is managing your career but helping
Mm-hmm,
other artists, what are
mm-hmm,
your thoughts right now? I noticed, you know, you didn't go Spotify, you didn't go streaming.
mm-hmm,
You went Bandcamp, right, and then physicals with Fourth Wall.
right.
What are your thoughts right now with, you know, what is your strategy and your thoughts as a from a business perspective with
Mm-hmm.
streaming for independent artists?
All right, Paul. So if you're an independent artist and you're just streaming, then you gotta fall in line with the system. You've got to get on the Spotify's and the Deezers, and you got to get on all that. You got to do that. However, if you're doing what I'm doing, which is boots on the ground, which is getting outside,
It's good.
um, I'm touching my fans. You know, for the first time, Chris, I actually have personal conversations with my fan base.
Wow.
Like I'm that locked in. Like there's people that I mean, they DM me. We actual, Sydney. I bought that. Shout out to Joshua. Joshua over in Colorado. He bought the album already.
Yeah.
Like I've sold albums already to people out there. I've
Yeah.
sold merch already. That's why we had to ship everything. And
Yeah.
I just think that I don't have much faith, Chris, in that system.
Well, what's crazy is, and I was thinking about doing a piece on this.
Mhm.
DistroKid just sold.
That's right. That's
They
right.
sold for like $2 billion to, you
Right.
know, a company. This company, you know, it's one thing if they sold to like Warner
Hmm.
Brothers or Universal Music. They're kind of in the music ecosystem. They didn't
Right.
sell to them. They sold to like a hedge fund, like an investment corporation.
Right.
So what does that mean? Because don't nobody read the actual all the pages of the legal agreement. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
what is it?
yeah.
What does that actually mean for when you put your music through like DistroKid or TuneCore or something like that? Then they go and they sell their entire catalog with
Hmm.
millions of songs
Well, put it
to a
this way,
hedge
Chris.
fund, to a
Right.
bank.
Right. Well,
The
put it this
bank's
way,
not
Chris.
interested in hip hop.
Right. Right.
You know
What
what I'm
happened?
saying?
Oh yeah, yeah,
So shout out best one put in the chat here.
yeah.
Vinyls at Elastic Stage, digital Bandcamp, and Fourth Wall plus merch. Thank you
No
for
doubt.
that
Oh
for
yeah,
you know
yeah,
explaining the vinyl part, which is so
yeah,
critical right now.
yeah. But it's also, we selling merch, we selling records, and we selling digitals through the
Yeah,
people connecting with the fans, pulling up and popping up. We just had the thing at Alfie's, which was great. Alfie's paid us, bro.
but yeah,
You
what was that?
Alfie's it's a vinyl bar, and they saw how we move. A lot of things that are happening for me. A lot of people like how we look on paper. They
Yeah,
like how we're moving. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? They like businesses want to holler. People want to engage. And what are you guys doing over there? I'm seeing this IBM and Poitier Music Group. You guys seem to be making a lot of noise. People are starting to reach out. We're handling business right, bro. The thing about, this business and what we want to do is, this system that they've created, Chris. They want to tell you about Spotify. They want to tell you about Deezer. They want to tell you about Apple Music. But what they don't tell you, they don't tell you about SoundExchange. They don't tell you about ASCAP. They don't tell you about mechanical royalties. Let me tell you something. As far as an independent artist, we are living in the complete best times of our life. If you're an independent artist right now, you living in the best time of your life, because all you got to really do is have good music. For the rest, you can get a team, your team, y'all can go in and do this and make this happen. There are no labels out here. There's no more artist development. There's none of that. If you got something cohesive and tangible, you can go out here. And people think that you need all these fans and the beat. Man, you don't need none of that, bro. It's people are out here winning.
Yeah.
We are out here winning and doing what we're doing. And it's beautiful, bro. And I'm not knocking, your streams if that's what people want to do. But to me, whenever it's difficult to crunch any numbers,
yeah,
then that's where you lost me, bro.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a problem with the numbers, then it's a problem. And not only that, bro, but the accessible. We're too obsessed with the music, bro.
Yeah.
We're able to grab it too easily, too quickly. We might be taking it for granted a little bit, but I'm just trying to do the best music I can. I want to own my art.
Yeah.
I want J Vengeance to own his art. I want BLICX to own his. I don't make one dime off those fellas. Those fellas, everything go back to their accounts. Everything that they do and the hard work they put in, they get compensated for. That's them.
Wow.
I don't touch none of that. I get mine for me and what I do. And so we brothers and family first and foremost. And what I want for them is what I want for me. And we're going out here to Colorado with a positive attitude. Words come to mind like gratitude and sell some merch and shut it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's powerful, my brother. So many gems right there that you just dropped. Everything on how, we know about Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, but not about mechanical royalties, SoundExchange, and
not about that. I'll tell you about
ASCAP,
that.
right? That's super powerful.
Why we ain't talking about that?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Chris, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, Chris. Chris, let me tell you what's crazy. The project that me and Bullet Brack is working on, the sleeve for the vinyl is gonna be a one sheet. Remember one sheets?
Yeah.
The information that you had to get for the producer and the artist.
Yeah.
Well, the sleeve for the record is gonna be a one sheet, and the product is called Cohesive Hi-Fi.
Yeah.
And what we're doing is, with this project, they're all going to be daytime events. We're going to be teaching these guys and registering these guys, and then the performance will be later. That's what this whole thing is about. It's about independence.
Can you explain that again? That's really, really dope. I want to make sure that it's clear. What is the registering part about? So there's a performance after. What are you registering them for?
Okay, so we're registering them for SoundExchange. We're registering them for ASCAP or BMI or CSAC, whatever they want. But we're going to make sure that the artists that are coming up, make sure that their paperwork is together first and foremost. So what we're doing is our events are going to be in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? Bullet Brack
have you done one of these, or is this a new thing you're doing?
Next year, this is what we're getting ready to start. This is what we're doing. This is the idea that we're bringing to Bar Red. This is the idea we're bringing to Bar Red. So the sleeve where the record goes, that'll be a one sheet. That's from my generation. We had to fill out one sheets. Getting you in comparison of the business is what we're doing. So the project is called Cohesive Hi-Fi. But when you open it, it's gonna have and then in the it's gonna have all of that type of stuff within the track listing. So there's paperwork. So when we do our events, We register the people. We have a laptop right there. When you leave the event, you're going to have your ASCAP. You're going to have your SoundExchange. You're going to have all your paperwork to where you know where your royalties come and you know where your royalties are going. We're going to do that for the artists that come to the show, and then the show.
Wow, that's a
This is
really
what we're
good
doing.
idea. That's a
Yeah, this is
really,
what
really
we're doing.
dope
Because see,
idea.
everybody know about Apple Music. Everybody know about this and that. But half of these cats don't even know what a one sheet is. I come from the one sheet era. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what a one sheet is, bro. A lot of you dudes, you're getting people to do features. You're not even splitting the sheets, bro. You don't know what's going on because all we know is Spotify, Deezer, and Apple Music. That's all we know.
Yeah.
So we're going to teach them, get everybody registered, and then give them a dope show. I'm telling you, we got to,
That's
bro.
a really special idea, bro.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, bro. We want to educate the people, bro. We're living in the greatest time right now to be an independent artist. Right now, we're living in the greatest time to be an independent artist. You can really go somewhere with this.
Yeah.
But get your SoundExchange together. Get your ASCAP together. Know where your mechanical royalties are going to be. Know, you know, when you do a verse with somebody, know what a split is and know how to properly split it.
Yeah.
Handle your paperwork so that when you step into these spaces, you're not blind and you're covered. And you know exactly what's going on. And that's what we're doing.
That's
You know what I'm
powerful.
saying? Enlightening, educating, brighten the future, bro. That's it.
That's good.
That's what we're
That's good.
doing.
That's good. We covered a lot. You know, we talked about the upcoming festival performance next week, the new
Yeah.
album that just dropped, available on your Bandcamp, your record label, and the artists that you're working with. You just
Right.
shared some really valuable gems. There's one last thing I want to ask you about
Mm-hmm.
before we wrap up. It's, you know, it's a topic right now that's super, you know, on the cutting edge of everything that's happening in the world and society and technology and in music and in hip hop. And that is AI. AI in music, AI in
Mm-hmm.
visuals generation, AI in samples, AI in mastering. As a record label and as an artist, but also as a consumer, what are your thoughts? You know, what tools are you using? Are you against it? Are you for it? Just give us some perspective as to how Sidney Poitier is dealing with this, you know, this kind of new thing that we're in right now.
Okay, so we just agreed. Okay, so we just agreed that DistroKid just sold, right? They
Yeah,
just sold, right? So
yeah,
this is why at Poitier Music Group we're gonna own our music. At Poitier
yeah,
Music Group we're gonna fly and we're gonna travel. We're gonna meet our fans, and this is why we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that because we're gonna own our music. And between what just happened to DistroKid,
yeah.
what just happened to them with AI, that's where your music is going, brother. Lost in the sauce. So this is why I say, bro, AI is already studying our music to make its music better. So
Yeah.
understand, bro, you need to own your music. And let me tell you something, bro. It's only relevant. Spotify and Apple Music and all these things right here, they're only relevant if you're a guy that's staying home.
Yeah.
None of that's relevant if you're outside.
Yeah.
You get outside and meet your fans. Let me tell you something.
That's
Your
powerful.
song, you dudes are getting ready to start hearing your songs with somebody else singing them.
That's
You better get
crazy.
ready for that. And I'm telling you, you better start. Vinyl is the final frontier.
Yeah.
You can never play with vinyl. Vinyl is vinyl. You can never play with it. That's why
Yeah.
you got to own your music. You got to own your music. It's all about the physicals, guys. This digital world, they are making plans with your art as we speak.
Wow.
Now if that makes you happy, that's fine. That pisses me off. Doesn't
Yeah.
make me happy. They're not making plans with my art because my art is not going to be in their hands. We're going to be over here at Poitier Music Group with boots on the ground, getting in touch with our fans, and that's what we're doing. Guys, this digital world, listen, we're in a digital / tech It's tech. It's tech business. You got to have some tech about you with this.
Yeah.
And guys, you can't let your music sit with people you don't know.
Powerful.
You don't know these people. How are you comfortable just letting your music sit with people you don't know?
Yeah.
Or you will never have an opportunity to meet. You know what I'm saying? AI's over here studying our music so they can make better music. It's only a matter of time, bro, before it's a freaking hologram in the club singing your record. And guess what? And you ain't getting paid for it.
At all.
At all.
No, it's even worse, right? Because it'd be one thing, like, if you weren't getting paid, they won't
Yeah.
even acknowledge the influence or the impact, right? Because this is the thing that's happening right now, where with the likeness and the subtle kind of like the way people move and the
Yeah.
idiosyncrasies that make them who they are.
Yeah.
The AI
Studying
is
all of that,
copying
bro.
that stuff and
Yeah.
creating digital replicas, right? So
Yes,
and they
bro.
can do that with the voice a lot easier.
Right, right.
You know, your cadence, how you pause, how you sit in the
Yeah.
pocket of the track, all
Yeah.
those things that uniquely make you Sidney Poitier. You know what I'm saying? Like when I
Right.
hear your voice, whether we're talking like this or on a track, it's you.
Right.
But if it can do you and then not even give you credit, talk about what? This is me.
You feel me?
This is
Yeah,
mine. It's
bro,
like,
it's crazy.
what?
You got to own your art, bro. You got to, listen, we're living in the great times to be an independent artist. You got to own your art. You got to think. You can't just be letting your music sit with people you don't know. And also to another thing, man, like, yeah, people got to stop asking for features that they can't help the feature.
Oh, that's
Like, bro,
powerful.
if you're not out here working and you're not out here grinding, and you're gonna get upset because I don't want to do the feature, but bro, you got to be doing something too.
Yeah.
You know, this thing, bro, you take people off the beaten path, and bro, you can't do that, bro.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta, you know, for me, son, I'm not really big on the feature thing. Like I go, if I, you know, when I'm ready to level up, I know where to go,
Yeah.
and I use it as a tool. Like, okay, but also, features ain't for everybody because dudes will take your money and don't even put it on their page.
Yeah.
I don't deal with that. I don't deal with that. I'm a straight shooter, and I deal with straight shooters. So it's just that when it comes to the feature thing, be in line, align with that feature so that both parties can get something out of it.
Dope.
Otherwise, listen, I tell people all the time, Chris, I'd rather a super dope plan than the money you trying to give me for a feature. You give me that money gone in 2 days.
Yeah.
I need a plan.
Yeah.
Forget the money, bro. You got a plan, bro? What's the plan? Let's
Yeah.
make a play. Forget the money. You got a play? I'm ready for a play. I'm ready for a plan. You're going to give me some money, it's going to be gone in 2 days.
It's facts.
We need a plan. The
Yeah.
plan going to last all year. Let's run it. Let's run the plan all year. That's what I'm about. So listen, if you're looking to get a feature from Sidney Poitier, listen, it ain't got to cost you no money, but we need a play.
That's good.
Can you bring a play forth? Bring a play up here. Let's make a play that can get us the money.
Powerful.
That's what it is.
Powerful, brother.
You know what I mean?
Bro, and on that tip, I think we covered all the things that we need to cover. That is a powerful place to wrap up the second time that I had the honor of sitting down with Sidney Poitier. We're gonna
No
run it
doubt.
back. We're gonna run it back with video next time.
No doubt. That's okay. And we gonna still run it. We gonna still promote it, right?
Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely. We're about to post this and everything. I gotta figure out how to do a little Jimmy to add an image
You
at
know
this
what you
bottom
can do? You
part.
know what you can do? I don't know. Take some of my old footage and post. Take some of my old video footage.
Yeah.
Post it with this new video.
That's dope. That's a good idea. So
You never know.
yeah.
So yeah, man, let's run it. And it's important too because I'm doing the festival, so I do want you to run it.
You got it,
You
my
know what I
brother.
mean?
You got it. It's really dope that you're headlining the Pueblo,
Oh yeah, man.
Colorado Music Festival. That you're
Yeah,
rolling up there with J Vengeance and BLICX.
yeah,
The new
right.
album,
That's
right?
it.
Motion Sickness,
Yeah.
available right now on your Bandcamp and at Fourth Wall. My bro, it's
Mhm.
an honor to build with you, and we gotta run
Hey,
it back,
I
my
want to
bro.
say, I want to say real quick. I want to say real quick. We're gonna have vinyl on deck. If you're looking for autograph vinyl, we bringing some extra vinyls to autograph. But you know those autograph vinyls become collector's items, and you know that's a different price. So, but hey, but we will have them. We'll have vinyl there. We'll also have vinyls to sign. So you know, at the ice cream shop, we there.
That's dope, my brother.
No
Sidney
doubt.
Poitier, it's an honor, my brother.
Hey, always, Chris. Peace, my brother.
Peace, my bro. Peace. Salute.
All right.